Coming up on Mountain News this morning, an archery camp for kids is taking place in Hazard for the rest of the week. And sports betting for horse racing will begin later this year.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. The time is 6 o'clock on July 11th. Now let's check in with Chief Forecaster Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. Now, Brandon, we had a beautiful day yesterday, and it looks like we're going to have another great day today once we get past some of those chilly temperatures this morning.
Exactly. A little bit on the cooler side out there this morning. I actually cut some grass yesterday. It was very pleasant, nice little breeze blowing. So, again, should be a fairly nice day out there today, just a touch warmer. So, be ready for that this afternoon. All right, let's take a look at that fog this morning. We're seeing patchy, dense fog, anything less than 5 miles on this map, which includes Logan, Williamsburg, Middlesboro, and Harlan. Also, Jacksboro is dense fog out there this morning. So just be careful of that. Remember, these are at the airports, so some of the towns might be a little bit more fogged in than others. Jenkins Mountain there, US 119, US 23 going into Southwest Virginia. Looking pretty quiet and decent this morning. Temperatures 51 Clintwood to 63. A three-way tie there. Moorhead, Jackson, and Monticello. But again, it's a bit on the chilly side this morning. You might need a light jacket as you head out the door. First Alert weather app, well, lots of sunshine for you today. Temperatures going to heat up into the mid-80s across most of the region and no rain chances. Enjoy it. Changes are on the way. I'll have the latest coming up in just a few minutes. Olivia.
Brandon, thank you. For many in the area, back to school is less than 1 month away. While there is a lot of there is a lot for parents to do to get kids ready for school. One thing they should consider is how well their child remembers things they learned during the last school year. WYMT's Madison Carmouche talked with some folks at Hindman Settlement School about making sure students are ready for the classroom this fall.
After the 4th of July, there isn't much time left before the start of a new school year. While many students may not be looking forward to heading back into the classroom, parents should start preparing them sooner rather than later.
But I think parents getting excited about the start of school, getting the new notebooks and the new pencils and crayons or whatever is appropriate for that the age group that, of their children, can set a mindset for kids going back into a very regimented schedule, which they've not been used to in the summer.
During the summer break, a lot of students will lose some of the things they learned in school. But now is the time to start practicing up on their reading skills.
And read with them. If you have younger kids, reading with them, reading to them, every single day makes a difference, and asking them about what they're reading. It makes a huge difference in comprehension, but not only that, it gets them interested in reading to start with.
Lois Weinberg is an educated reading advocate with Hindman Settlement School. She says helping students become better readers is all about mindset.
But just encouraging them and being positive that this is going to be the best year ever.
She says students that may need extra help with reading are not alone, but the student, parents, and educators must work together to get them on track. In Knott County, Madison Carmouche, WYMT Mountain News.
Parents who notice that their child may need extra help with their reading skills can look into different programs offered by the Hindman Settlement School for support. A mission group from Cold Spring, Kentucky is spending the week in Hazard, partnering with First Baptist Church to host an archery camp for kids. I was able to visit the camp yesterday to learn about their mission to serve through a bow and arrow. A summer camp teaching kids to point the bow and aim the arrow in the direction they want it to go.
I've always taught my kids to be future-minded, and to be focused on where you're going to go. And we know that wherever the arrow ends is in a direct relation to where it's pointed when it's in the bow. And so that story and that message carries on.
Teaching kids lifelong lessons through the art of archery.
Some kids, this may be a gateway for them to get a college degree out of, to get something bigger than themselves, to attach them to something more. And so we don't know where it's going to end, but we want to inspire the kids to seek something bigger and larger than themselves.
Thanks to nearly 20 folks from Cold Spring, Kentucky, traveling across the state to host the camp, saying they felt called to bring joy to kids after the flood last July.
That they're going to come away excited, they're going to go home yelling and talking to their parents and saying, look what I done, you know, I hit the target, I hit a bullseye, you know, and they just get so excited about that and the experience that they have.
Welcoming kids all week long, like Lucy Fessler, who is from Cold Spring, Kentucky, and attends Christ Baptist Church, sharing her favorite part of the camp and inviting other kids in the area to join.
Well, I like to shoot the bow and keep getting better.
The camp started yesterday and ends on Thursday. Parents can take their kids to the City Hall Amphitheater from 9:30 a.m. to noon. Ages 8 to 18 can participate in the camp, and children 3 to 7 can participate in VBS. Soon, Kentuckians will be able to place bets on sports games in the Commonwealth. The Horse Racing Commission approved emergency regulations Monday afternoon. It was a unanimous decision by the commission. House Bill 551 allows Kentucky's 9 horse racing tracks to open retail sports betting lounges. They are each allowed to host 3 online sports books as well.
And I'll be proud to make that first bet. Now, I'll be really interested in who Morehead State University is playing the next weekend.
Online sportsbooks will launch September 28th, while retail sportsbooks will launch September 7th, just in time for the National Football League season. While many states have limited betting to 21 and older, Kentucky's legal betting age is 18. Republican nominee for governor Daniel Cameron has now decided he will not attend a conservative rally in northern Kentucky hosted by a former primary rival for the nomination, Eric Deters. Cameron had indicated previously that he would attend the September 9th event on Deters Farm in northern Kentucky. But Deters has also said he is likely to challenge Congressman Thomas Massie next year, and Massie has been sharply critical of Deters and revealed controversial comments Deters has made. Cameron's campaign now tells the Herald Leader that the Republican nominee will be campaigning in another part of the state that day and won't be at the Freedom Fest. Cameron's campaign says he will campaign in northern Kentucky at other times. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet's Office of Highway Safety is partnering with law enforcement to remind Kentuckians to slow down in their Not So Fast Kentucky campaign. Officials with the Office of Highway Safety has some tips. They say drivers should always wear their seatbelts, give plenty of space to cars around them, and always obey the speed limit. State police say roughly 25% of crashes in Kentucky involve a speeding or aggressive driver.
6:08 on the money, and it's forecast time, and we're looking at a very nice forecast as we head through the first part of your Tuesday. Let's take a look at downtown Somerset this morning. 59. Yes, it is July 11th. 59 in Somerset this morning, so a cool start to the day there. Not too much traffic on the circle. Temperatures, there's very few 60s out there this morning. 63 Monticello, Jackson, Morehead. 61 Ashland, Prestonsburg, Pikeville. That's it. Everybody else is in the 50s except for Lexington and Louisville, 64 and 68 respectively. Several degrees colder. Look at Jonesville this morning. 11 degrees colder, the definite winter, but the further north you go, the little bit warmer that you get. Richmond and Morehead, a couple degrees warmer. Jackson, Prestonsburg, exactly where they were this time yesterday. Heading up to 85 this afternoon. Dew points stay low, which means the humidity levels will stay low, but again, that's going to change here in a couple of days. I'll tell you more about that coming up in just a few minutes. Olivia?
Thank you, Brandon, and thanks for joining Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Coming up, Turkey drops its opposition to letting Sweden join NATO as the summit continues.